More than 34,000 employees across 141 tech companies have lost their jobs so far, just in the first month of this year. UPS is laying off 12,000 employees.
To a lesser extent, FedEx says people are shopping a lot more in real life. That was a big.
The layoffs in technology just keep coming. The latest, Google cutting hundreds of jobs in its engineering, product, and hardware divisions. Deirdre Bosa has that story in today's Tech Check. Good morning.
Hey, Carl, good morning. So, yes, the layoffs keep coming, but the narrative around them is changing. Cuts over the last few years, they have been about rebalancing workforces after pandemic overhiring. But the new wave may be more about directing or allocating resources toward a new generative AI computing shift.
eBay is cutting off 1,000 jobs, and Bell just announced its largest layoff in 30 years of 4,800 employees.
Bell Canada has announced plans to cut 9% of its workforce in 2024.
The company announcing this morning that about 4,800 people are going to be laid off in its largest restructuring initiative in 30 years.
And it doesn't seem to stop as we continue to see downsizing from other big tech companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and Meta. There's no question about it. This is going to affect all of us. Being laid off is one of the toughest challenges anyone can go through. You face uncertainty, you feel inadequate, and you feel insecure. What's worse is that your family and friends also get affected. It's an emotional and psychological roller coaster that, if you don't know how to deal with, might cause you a more permanent damage in your self-esteem. I know this firsthand because I also experienced being laid off from a company that I thought would be a lifer. Yes, I used to work for Target Canada, and they made a decision to close all of their Canadian operations back in 2015 and had to lay off all of their 17,000 Canadian employees, including myself. I don't blame the company at all. In fact, it was a bold and necessary move from the CEO at the time, because if they didn't do that, the company, its shareholders, and the rest of its employees would have suffered immensely. But why is the tech industry going through this downsizing, and when is it ever going to stop? Unfortunately, laying off employees is part of running a business, therefore will never stop. All successful companies need to protect their profit and shareholders' interest, and labor cost is one of the biggest controllable expense. It's legal and at times necessary. But why have we seen a dramatic increase in layoffs just in the last year or so? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. We'll also talk about what to do in case you were laid off from your job, regardless if it's tech or other industries. First, let's talk about the why. Layoffs can happen for many reasons, and most of them are not about you personally. Economic downturn, company restructuring, or even technological changes can lead to companies to make tough decisions. But the recent layoffs has been out of the ordinary. One reason is that during the COVID pandemic, we have seen a boost in the tech industry. Everyone was scrambling to find talents to fill the gaps. And with the staffing shortage, most companies were competing with each other and were just ramping up compensation packages and benefits. But the tech growth has slowed down and even dipped the last 2 years, and companies have to scramble with cutting down costs. And of course, labor costs would be the top on the list. The other reason, much more recent, is the emergence of AI and automation. These two has been impacting most industries in a very exponential way, and tech is obviously the industry that benefits most with utilizing these resources. Another reason is competitive advantage. Big companies have to redirect their spending and budgets. Cutting the spend on staffing now and redirecting it to research and development, for example, allows a company to be competitive and remain relevant in the future, even if the effect is still not evident today. So what do you do if you are laid off? First, let's get real about feelings. It's okay to feel upset, angry, or even relieved. Everyone reacts differently, and your feelings are valid. Give yourself permission to grieve the loss of your job. It's an important part of the healing process. Next is financial strategy. When you're laid off, reviewing and negotiating your severance package is key. Did you know that sometimes you can negotiate extended benefits, stock options, or even support for continued education? Try not to leave money on the table. Next, let's talk about improving your skills. Most industries evolve fast, and so should you. Identify growth areas and trends, then pursue certifications or courses in those fields. Platforms like Coursera, Udacity, or specialized tech bootcamps offer courses in data science, machine learning, and other soft or hard skills. Building your personal brand has never been more important. Some strategies specific to tech might be to start a tech blog, contribute to open source projects, or speak at webinars and virtual meetups. This not only showcases your expertise, but also increases your visibility to potential employers. The power of side projects. Working on side projects can be a game changer. They demonstrate your passion, creativity, and ability to innovate. Plus, they can be a talking point in interviews or even turn into a full-time business. Sometimes having an 8-to-5 job limits us from discovering our entrepreneurial spirit and drive. So maybe being laid off can be a blessing in disguise. Reimagine networking. Beyond attending events, engage in tech forums, LinkedIn groups, and Slack communities. Offer value, share your expertise, and ask thoughtful questions. Networking isn't just about finding a job. It's about building a community, and I truly believe that the need for belongingness and a sense of community is extremely high and desperately needed right now. Mental resilience and growth mindset. Embrace a growth mindset. Layoffs are tough, but they can also be an opportunity for personal and professional growth. Practice mindfulness, set goals, and stay focused on your long-term vision. Remember, resilience is key. The more resilient you are, the better you'll be able to navigate the ebbs and flows of any professional career. Alright, so let's talk about the immediate actions you need to take after being laid off. First things first, apply for unemployment benefits if you're eligible. It can provide some financial cushion while you plan your next steps. Some states, provinces, cities, and municipalities also offer grants, programs, and support specific to unemployment, so make sure to tap into that. Next is to update your resume and LinkedIn profile. Reflect on your skills and achievements. It's also a great time to think about what you really want on your next job. Networking is key. Reach out to your contacts, let them know that you're looking, and don't be shy about asking for help. Remember, it's about building relationships. Last but not least, take care of yourself. Exercise, eat well, and make sure to connect with friends and family. Your well-being is crucial during this transition period. If you're looking for ideas on other professions and jobs, then check out my other video on other high-paying and in-demand jobs. This might be what you're looking for. Getting laid off is tough, but it's not the end of your story. It's a chapter that with time and effort, you'll move past. Remember, you're capable, resilient, and not alone. I hope today's video has given you some clarity and comfort. If you've been through a layoff and have tips to share, please do share them in the comments below for our community. I'm sure that's going to positively impact another member of our community. Sometimes just knowing that you're not alone is extremely helpful. Alright, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one.